Hey guys, what is up? Today we're going to be unboxing Phantom Breaker Battlegrounds, the collector's edition for the PlayStation Vita. Let's check it out. Alright, so here is the box with the plastic off. And this has a gatefold front cover, and this is for the Diorama. So that's pretty cool. There's little figures that you can place on here and kind of create your own little scene from the game. But let's go ahead and open this up and see what else we have inside. Alright, here we have on top the soundtrack. Let's get this open. Alright, so the soundtrack looks like it has 34 tracks on here. Inside, we have a single page insert. And just some clouds behind the disc. Next, we have the PlayStation Vita game. Get this open. I think this has reversible art on it too. We'll check that out. Inside, yep, we've got reversible art. When you buy the game, it could come with either side facing outward. This was, of course, from limited run. The limited edition here, or the collector's edition, I should say, was limited to just 1,400 copies. Inside, we also have a manual. All right, so here we have this little section for story, game screen, controls, skills, equipable items, characters, and hints in the back. So that's actually a pretty cool manual. And here is the game card up close. Now this is a spin-off from the regular Phantom Breaker games. Normally this is a fighting game, but this one is a chibi brawler. Your characters will level up and gain new skills, so it's kind of like Scott Pilgrim. You can also play up to 4 players co-op. Here are the trading cards that come with it. There are 10 different trading cards. And on the back you can see it has Phantom Breaker Battlegrounds and Phantom Breaker Battlegrounds Overdrive logos, because this was actually released for the PlayStation 4 at the same time. But the PlayStation 4 version, here's the limited edition I have right here, actually has some extra content, new skills. There can be more characters on the screen at once. And just because of limitations, the Vita version is just the standard Phantom Breaker Battlegrounds version of the game. Here we have an art book. Now this is kind of a smallish softcover art book, but let's check this out. And here's just a little thank you from, limited run games in the beginning here. All of this looks like the chibi art specifically for the Battlegrounds game. The actual fighting games have more standard animated anime art that you might expect from a fighting game. Oh, here we have all the characters. Pretty cool. That is the art book. And then we have a poster. Of course, it's all folded up here. There we go. And on the back side of this poster, we have a little comic. All right, here are the little characters for our diorama. And I'll go ahead and kind of set this up just so you guys can see what this looks like. I know most people probably won't be breaking this apart, but hey, let's check it out. All right, well, let's go ahead and try the game out and check out the gameplay. So I don't know if you guys know, but Phantom Breaker Omnia is releasing on March 14th. So I thought I should probably open up Battlegrounds and play it a bit before Omnia comes out. Even though Omnia is a fighting game and Battlegrounds is a brawler, it'll still share some story elements and characters. So first of all, you can play this solo or online. Also on the PlayStation Vita, you have the option of playing ad hoc, which is like a local co-op with 2 PlayStation Vitas. Fortunately, the servers are still functional, so if you're playing online, you can do either co-op or versus mode, which is Battlegrounds. For solo and co-op play, you can choose either story mode or arcade mode if you're already familiar with the story. By default, you have 4 different characters you can choose from. Each character will have their own stats and skill set. So actually the brawling mechanic here feels a little bit closer to a fighting game, where you'll press up on the controls to jump and down to crouch. Then you have weak, medium, and strong attack buttons, as well as a pretty good variety of special moves and an overdrive mode, which increases your strength temporarily. Now, because we are using up for jump and down for crouch, you aren't going to have full 3D movement in the gameplay. Instead, there are 2 tracks that you can battle on, one in the background and one in the foreground. You can swap tracks with the push of a button. If you're playing co-op, you can also revive the other player when they're down. As you defeat enemies, they'll drop experience points and items to power up your burst gauge. And when you level up your character, you'll keep that level for all future gameplay, no matter which mode you're playing on. So the more you play, the easier the game will get. Just keep in mind each character will level up separately from one another. When you do level up, you can choose whether to apply your points to attack power, defense, speed, or learn some new moves in the skill tree. Here you've got things like dash attack, high jumping, double jump, and other special attack moves. If you're interested in playing this game, you can actually just get the digital version a lot cheaper. It's like $4 for the regular version and $10 for the overdrive version, depending on which platform you get it on. The regular version is available on the Xbox 360, and that's a backwards compatible title, so you can play it on Xbox One or Xbox Series. The overdrive version is available on the PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch, so you can really play this game on just about anything. I actually just bought the Xbox version too for like $4 because why not? Now I do have to say the fighting gets a bit repetitive after a while, so I can't usually play for long sessions at a time, but it is great to just jump into every once in a while to get my character levels up. After you finish the game for the first time, then enemies will start dropping equipable items. Now these will give you magic attacks, healing, buffs, increased experience, and more. It's a pretty fun little beat 'em up. Check it out if you're interested, and stay tuned for Phantom Breaker Omnia in a few more days here. Anyway, that is going to do it for today. This has been Phantom Breaker Battlegrounds, the collector's edition for the PlayStation Vita. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I will see you later.